Everybody doing well?
What? Hi, I'm the Magpie! And recently, I did a video. That's not a video. But I did a video with this one, playing it as a synthesizer. And then I did 2 follow-up videos because I couldn't stop myself. But yeah, in the original video, playing with the mixer, I had a friend join me, Andre. And he's back, as promised, to hopefully teach us how to do the same thing with guitar pedals and playing guitar pedals at synthesizers. And yeah, for those of you that don't know, I actually have a pedal company that I run all by myself, hand building guitar pedals. Roll some B-roll. Wow! So you can buy all of those if you want to. Link is in the description. And this might be something that I want to dig into more in the future, like maybe even designing something that is to be played like this. But I have never actually sat down and played a guitar pedal like this. So I'm very excited to do that, and we're gonna jump straight into playing the video. But I want to say first that if you want to check out his video without me interrupting and playing around on my table, there's a link in the description to that, of course. Oh yeah, to get started, I guess we just spacebar.
Hello everybody and welcome, I'm Andre, and today I'm here in my studio to show you something interesting. In the last video I talked about no input mixing techniques and did a pretty basic tutorial about it. It was super nice to see that you were interested.
This is also me interrupting as a live test.
First, thanks Simon for having me for this second round, and thank you all for enjoying the previous video and leaving such nice comments. I hope you will enjoy this second one. Cut. Yes. Simon fell in our trap. Again. The plan to expand the dominion of no input and feedback all over the world is working.
End of video. Not gonna spread your propaganda.
This video, for example, we are gonna focus on pedals. Of course, since we are speaking about feedback and no input techniques, it's important to remember that you have to be really careful with the volumes. My suggestion is to use different levels of gain staging. Volume. So, for example, if you are creating a feedback loop inside of a pedal board, don't connect it directly to your amp or to your headphones because it can damage your speakers or your ears. So yeah, be careful about that. Secondly, I suggest you to start with the cheap pedals if you are at the beginning of your exploration of feedback techniques to create feedback loops and use them in your music live or in your productions. You don't need to spend a lot of money. You just need to check for, second-hand pedals.
Squeezing in a very nice boss pedal in between two plastic fantastic
to start with.
Ones.
And of course, if you're scared to break something, use only second-hand or cheap pedals. Even if it's close to impossible to break your devices, I suggest you to take this path if you don't feel to use expensive effects. The process of creating feedback loops was used in many different contexts during the years, and it's as old as electronic music itself. As you pointed out in the comments of my last video, they were used, for example, in the early dub scene when the studio and the mixing desk started to be conceived as an instrument. And then it was used also in the gabber scene or, for example, in the industrial scene, in the turntablism in the early 90s and 2000s. A lot of different contexts where electronic music used feedbacks in a creative way. But yeah, let's go back to
really cool. I need to pick a pedal, though. I'm gonna go with a metal song to start with, because that's just how cool I am.
Gonna focus on guitar pedals and effects. We are going to start with this simple pedal here. It's a digital cloud reverb. I choose this one because it has a stereo output and a stereo input, so we have 2 inputs and 2 outputs, and we can create a feedback loop in a very simple way. I connected one of the outputs, output A, to my...
I don't have that, but that's what I've been doing with the DL4, for example, which has sounded amazing. If you go back and look at those videos, the DL4, wow, really cool to do this kind of stuff. But I think that it can work with just something like this. Because if there's a mono jack here, that means that it's just gonna connect to the tip and then skip the ring and yeah, do ground to ground. So then we're just gonna get the tip signal to 2 tip signals. Not sure with the Boss jacks, but if it were to have had a jack like this, that would have very much worked. Well, yeah, with a little bit of cable magic here. And I'm going into a mixer just for safety.
Because when the master tells you to think about safety, you think about the safety.
The metal zone has never sounded as smooth before, right? That's really cool. All the delaying is just going on in this mixer, but yeah, all I had to do to get it to work was switch to a mono one, like this, so it doesn't have a ring. Mono going to a 3.5mm, that is stereo, but apparently that one isn't grounding the ring or whatever in that one. And then we go one of these back in and one to channel 1, and then the metal zone is all of a sudden a really smooth synth.
I connected one of the outputs, output A, to my mixer there, where I'm recording everything. And then I'm gonna connect the second output, which is called output B, to input A, for example. This is a feedback, obviously. Let's see if we can manipulate it moving some of these knobs.
That's really, really cool, but I kind of have to do metal zone versus DS1 here really quickly. So that's metal zone. Then we do this one. This is very important content right now. Okay, that's like a age test, you know? If you hear this, you are young. So back to cooler pedals. Did I really say that when he has a bearing and I have 2 Boss?
So yeah, that was a first example of a feedback generated inside of this pedal. Pretty simple, right? Of course, if you don't have any stereo pedal, so you don't have pedals with 2 inputs or 2 outputs, it's very easy to solve this problem.
Yeah.
You just need one of these. I'll show you in the camera.
Yeah, it just needs to be mono, yeah. I guess.
One of these, which
it's
is simply a splitter. It costs less than €1 here, And yeah, you can connect
Should have
one
done
of
a
these
mono
to
warning. Also,
the
you're
output of
covering
your
the tip.
pedal
Is
or
yours
to the
mono?
input and
Show us.
have the possibility to connect
Show
more
us.
cables and generate a feedback.
Show it!
Now I'm gonna add another pedal, this one, which is a distortion. So since we are trying to create a feedback loop, we should connect the output B from our digital reverb, which is the last pedal in our chain, to the input of this other pedal here. And then we connect the output of this pedal to the input of this one.
Marketing, really cool with starter phone where you can input these patterns, and that leads me to want to try this one now, which I haven't even released yet. So this is Patterns. Patterns is a brand new Magpie Pedals pedal that I haven't even released yet, which is gonna let you create these stuttery patterns with a sequencer setting the speed of how fast it just pulses, so to speak, or silences. So sound. I agree.
Ooh.
Wow.
This sounds pretty nice.
That sounds really cool. I'm so stuck on doing one type of effect at a time. I need to do it with all my pedals at some point, just for the I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna put up a first batch of these for I don't know if you're excited. They're in the shop. Link in the description. Unreleased as of right now though. Kind of weird sneak release. But yeah, I really want to try it with something like bubbles also. If you don't know what bubbles is, it's the same principle as what we just had, but it's a delay instead. So you set the delay time with these tiny knobs. If you want to do it with a delay, I guess holding back the mix is where it's at. So just tiny bit of wet. That's a really cool fart sounds. I'm gonna let you have some fun now.
Now I created a more complex setup based only on pedals.
Oh yeah.
I added a filter, a delay, and an harmonizer. Let's see what happens.
So yeah, he put all of his sounds on his Patreon. I'm gonna do the same, and I'm gonna put all of my sounds throughout this entire video series as soon as I find the time to collect them all over on our Patreon, Mine and Analogs, and also up for channel members. So you should go to both or all three. It's bizarre. You can do so much with like the type of $30, $20, $10 pedals, plasticky Behringer pedals. You can get the same type of experience as people spend thousands and thousands and even more thousands of dollars on like tables, apparently, but synthesizers. I just feel like right now I cannot add anything of substance. I need to explore every single pedal that I have and then do like a massive playing all my pedals and also trying to turn it into music that is going in the direction of the type of music that I make. I really enjoy contrasting these otherworldly, crazy electronic, but it doesn't even sound electronic at some point. But yeah, to combine that with acoustic piano or acoustic guitar and stuff like that. So I'm gonna explore this more on my free time, so to speak, and then in a more musical, my type of musical context. But you know, right now, quite a lot of kind of mindre värdes sort of complex. So let's just yeah, let's. This is gonna be bye for me. There's a break-in going on. Anyways, so I gotta go. Gotta take care of that.
So you made it till the end of the video. Congrats. In the next video, we are gonna focus on different type of ways of creating feedbacks in different setups. For example, one of the next videos will...
That's gonna be on his channel entirely. So for the next time that we hang out, because I also want to say actually quickly that thank you, Andre, for letting me host you on my channel. It's been a wonderful journey, and it's something that I hope to maybe do with other friends and smaller creators to give a boost, but also to explore stuff that I simply haven't explored before alone. It's so lonely. Everybody go over there now and subscribe and check out whatever it is he's gonna say now. But he will be back and we will collab more directly when he is.
Be about rack units. Very cheap rack effects that you can find in the used market or in the thrift store or in music stores. And yeah, see you very soon somewhere out there. Bye.
He's got a catchphrase. I also need a catchphrase for ending videos. Because I really don't like